สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Design Asian. I'm Rosalind Luppat. And today we have a very interesting show for you. For Design Asian Updates, we're going to take you to check out the very special Architecture 2012 fair that's happening right now as we speak. And one very special exhibit inside of the fair altogether is called the Water Bricks. What's that? You'll have to wait to check it out. Afterwards, we'll take you on to design idea for a very interesting tour of a very special, cozy, oriental chic hotel called the Sabai at Sukhumvit. But first, on to Asian Updates. For Asian Updates, let's head over to the Nonthaburi province where the Impact Arena is. And the Impact Hall is displaying a very nice fair that's going on right now. It's called the Architecture 12 Fair, or other words, Architecture 2012. Let's take a look at the footage. Here you see lots of things going on inside of the fair itself. It's going to happen all the way to April 29th, and well, it's happening from around 11 o'clock in the morning till 9 at night. And what you can see at the Challenger Hall is lots of people, architects, interior designers, innovative people getting together to showcase the latest technologies in architecture. Now, this doesn't only mean building and construction, but what you're going to be able to find there is the lighting technology along with sanitary ware and kitchen supplies, tiles and stones, you name it. Also finishes, household products, other services with doors and windows, the roofing, insulation. I could just keep going on. So altogether, they're expecting about 350,000 people to go till the 29th of April. But, well, that just happened recently though. But still, this is what we saw there. You see a very beautiful display. This is called the bricks, the water bricks. So that was an outlook on what the Architecture 12 was about, the Architect Fair 12. But now let me give you some more information on the water bricks exhibit. The water bricks exhibit is something very important. It's a highlight of the show altogether. Looking at the water bricks here, what it is a compilation of different cardboard boxes put together, built into so-called water bricks in order to demonstrate to viewers what water management and living with water is all about. If we go back in history, starting with learning from the yesterday section of the exhibit, it talks about how Thailand used to be a part of water. Water used to be a part of the Thai villagers because people would settle along the riverbanks and really travel by water. That was the only type of logistics. But with that said, how things have changed over the past and evolved until now. Water is no longer the main mode of transportation. So learning from yesterday's water management could be applied to today's society as well. And you saw different parts of the architecture exhibit there, the waterworks. We saw the architecture and cities, which is the second part of the exhibit, number 2. And we zipped right past the Thailand settlement with water in exhibit number 3 to show how Thailand over time had settled near the water and has developed itself to adapt to water life. But we can still learn more with, for example, the King and Water exhibit, which is exhibit number 4 of that water bricks. The King had also presented a bunch of policies and ideas and suggestions and projects for managing water, using water to its full capability and capacity, and also at the same time conserve it. So the King's ideas have been put on display as well for those who didn't know what the King had presented in the past having to do with water. In the future, water is going to play once again a big role in Thai society, whether it's water resources or water disasters. So how best to cope with that? This exhibit had addressed that very issue. In also section number 5, which is the global case studies on architecture with water, how the rest of the world had dealt with water. It is also addressed here. How people had built dams, how people had used water, recycled water in order to conserve it, but at the same time help maintain the lifestyles of the public was also an interesting note to address there. Now the last part of the exhibit altogether, there were altogether 7 as I mentioned, but of course 6 and 7 have to do with 6 particular water cities around the world to be used as models and role models for development in the future. Now the water architecture visionary addresses many issues about tomorrow, what people can do to cope with water and architecture, how best to incorporate and combine those two ideas, how do you conduct different construction projects with, at the same time, water management properties. And so the exhibit put together a bunch of suggestions for architects, for engineers, in order to spark that idea for development in the future. Of course, more research and development has to be done, but this exhibit altogether is kind of a beginning, a means to another means, a way for people to develop and also develop their mentality in order to incorporate water development and water management for the future. So this here is a bunch of ideas and also a bunch of suggestions as well by innovators, architects, engineers, for you to take a look at and see what the plans are for the future. And hopefully these plans will go into action soon, as we never know when the next water disaster is going to hit. And that was an overview of the Architecture 12 and the special water bricks exhibit. And now it's time for a short break, but when we come back, Design Idea will take you over to the Sabai at Sukhumvit Hotel, boutique hotel located not too far from the airport, right in the heart of the city. Stay with us. Welcome back to Design Asian. It's time now for Design Idea, where we're going to take you to a cozy part of the town here, part of the city of Bangkok, not too far from the airport, to get in touch with your oriental chic inside.